What's going on, y'all? Kree here. Today we're going to be talking about Alliance Insight and the most meta impactful cards I think you should be looking out for, especially if you're going like sneak peeks or if you're just planning on playing regionals in the Alliance Insight season. I think these are going to be the picks that are most going to help you achieve success at regionals based just on OCG performance and how I feel about the decks and their cores. So if I don't mention something that you're looking forward to picking up from this set, I apologize, but you know what? I have a webcam, I have a microphone, and I just have an opinion on things. So, starting things off, we have the Ryzeal stuff. So, granted, we have more tools than the OCG does right now, but I think Star Ryzeal and Ryzeal Mass Driver, you probably only need one Mass Driver and one Star, but like, they just boost the deck so much because I know Ryzeal has a tough time with Droll and Lockbird. Star Ryzeal setting a Ryzeal spell and trap directly from deck is insane, because that means if Duo Drive doesn't resolve but you still have a way to star, you could just extend it out, boom, you have your cross, and make your detonator carry on my wayward son. Mass Driver, I think, is going to be a really cool side deck option, just because of its ability to banish a card in the graveyard if it's like detached, or just like discarded with the Fiendsmith engine, or milled, or anything like that. Also, its on-field effect is like whatever. Well, it's not exactly whatever, because it will come up against Fiendsmith Ryzeal variants, just because Chaos Angel is a pain in the ass to out. So I genuinely think both of these cards are one-ofs, but if you plan on playing Ryzeal in Alliance Insight format, especially with 7 Tachyon coming out, or Tachyon Ascension, whatever the card's called, Maze, these are cards you're going to want to get, obviously. No-brainer, but you only need one of each, which is nice, unlike the Malice cards. So, Malice March Hare, I personally plan on playing 2 of these, just because this card's insane. It's a quick effect extension. The part we care about is, if this card is in your hand, you can banish another Malice card from your hand to graveyard. If you do special summon this guy, if this card is banished, pay 3, target a banished Malice monster, add to your hand. It's extension, it's recursion, and your opponent cannot target Malice Link monsters that point to this card with card effects. So it does a lot. Unfortunately, it doesn't beam itself back out from being banished. However, being able to just freely get things back from the banished pile is really nice, especially if you have like a white binder that gets hit with Ash Blossom or something. Or if any of your Malice Links get banished a second time by like a Bystial or something, so they can't come back, and they're kind of stuck there until you get to the GWC. March Hare is another way to get it back. So March Hare, I'm playing 2 of it. Some people are playing 3 and cutting Chescats 1. Other players are just playing the 1 March Hare. Up to you guys. Pick up however many you feel. It's right. Malice in the Mirror. This is a one-of in most lists. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls. Banish a Malice monster from your hand or face-up field. And if you do, negate the targeted monster's effects till the end of the turn. Really, really good. It's another searchable spell card, so it's a one-of. However, if this card is banished, you target a Malice card in your graveyard, banish it, and if you do, add a Malice card of the same type, be it a monster, spell, or trap, from your deck to your hand. Granted, this does open up a weakness to Droll and Lockbird if you're trying to do this in the same term that you Red Ransom. But so like, don't make this like a centric part of your combo, but it is a really good way to get back into the game, because being able to banish like a Dormouse or something to grab the White Rabbit's a hand, and then all of a sudden, you know, your Dormouse comes back, and then you can banish the Link monsters, or you can banish a trap card from your graveyard, pull another trap card from your deck. There's a lot of mileage you get out of this card. Be it is a one-of, but it's a going second board breaker, it's a nice going first tool, and then it's also just a nice recursion piece. So all in all, this card is phenomenal, but because of the searchability of the deck, it's just a one-of. Now we have the Ad Ignister package. So backup Ad Ignister is nuts. If you control Cyberus monster special summon from the extra deck, which you will almost always do, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special, add the Dark Cyberus monster from your deck to your hand, except backup, then discard a card. Typically, you're adding Wizard, because Wizard's another extender, but backup could also just search any of the Malice names. You do play 3 of those. And unfortunately, I just accidentally closed that tab. So we're going to look at Wizard Ad Ignister. If you control Cyberus monster special from the extra deck, you can target Cyberus monster in your graveyard, special summon both this card and that one, but you're locked into Cyberus for the rest of the turn. So it's cool as an extension piece, but it does kind of limit what you can do. But it also means you don't have to go into Haggard. You could save that for the follow-up turn. You can go into Splash Mage if you want, but this is a really cool way to play around Fuvalos, just because you instead of giving your opponent like 3 draws by having to climb, you just give them 1 draw off the Lingaribo, and then the wizard comes out with your 3rd material being another Malice monster, boom, White Binder, or even Heartscriptor. So I think this card's phenomenal. You can banish the card from your field or graveyard and target 1 monster your opponent controls in its battle position. That effect rarely will come up, but like sometimes it do. Whatever. And last but not least, for the Agnister package, we have Echo Talker. 3+ effect monsters. It's a link 6. Or no, wait, 5. I can count. If this card is link summoned, you can activate this effect, lock yourself into Cyberse. Oh no, you are done special summoning for the rest of the turn, but you also special summon as many Cyberse monsters with 2300 attack from your graveyard as possible to 0 zones this card points to. Gains 5 for each when your opponent activates a card or effect. Tribute a link monster this card points to, negate the activation, and banish it. I don't know what to tell you. This card's insane because all the Malice links except for Heartscriptor are 2300, so peak. Alright? Peak. Just one of. So pick up 1 Echoed, 1 Wizard, 3 backup, and you're solid. Next up, we have the most generic card of the set that I think is the best. Is going to be Dragon's Mind. 1 Spell Trap card or monster effect is activated and you control a monster 2500 original attack or defense. Negate the activation if you do destroy that card. Then if you control, or if this card's in your graveyard, you can pay 25, set it, but banish it when it leaves the field. I don't think I need to explain why this card's good. You have the Regenesis package coming, which is all 2500 stat baseline. Blue one is 2500 defense. I don't know if any of the Rizal monsters hit that stat line, but Malice cards do, because Heartscriptor is 25, but mainly, this is just a card that I would just pick up 3 of just to get future applications. I'm always a pick it up for future applications kind of guy. Speaking of future applications, we have the Regenesis. So, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this, I'm kind of going to save it for a separate video, but just know that in my opinion, the Regenesis deck is starting to pick up steam in the OCG as being like one of the 3rd most represented decks, and so in my opinion, I would just pick up a core because this feels a lot more splashable than people give it credit for. And also it just feels like a strong standalone deck because literally you just play the Regenesis package. It's like Kashtira back in the day. So, let's see, this guy, yeah, they all have the same deal where it's like if you control something with 2500 original attack or defense, just beam it out from your hand. So you just play it with like Kashtira Unicorn and stuff, and then they all like have they all do some vague form of interruption, and then during your opponent's end phase, if they were sent there that turn, they just pull themselves back to the hand. But with that being said, I'll save that for a whole nother time and discussion, but that's my thoughts on Alliance Insight, cards that you should be picking up, cards that I'm looking at picking up. Comment down below if you have anything that I didn't cover in this video that you think is worth looking at in Alliance Insight to pick up. Like the video if you found today's content entertaining or helpful, subscribe if you have not already, and as always, until next time, have a good time.